The MCU is the biggest film franchise right now. It's had 21 films with plenty more in development in only 11 years, made billions of dollars, and has thousands of dedicated fans. So obviously when Marvel announced that Captain Marvel was going to be the first MCU movie with a female lead, everyone on the internet got super excited and no one freaked out and yelled about how this film is being SJW feminist propaganda, or lied about the things Brie Larson said, or some bullshit like that, because that would be extremely childish, wouldn't it? So now Captain Marvel has finally arrived. It's time to review it. Alright, I'll be getting into some spoilers for this review. The movie's been out for a while, and by the time this comes out, it would have probably already made $1 billion. So I guess that boycott didn't work. So if you haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, then maybe don't watch this review, or come back to it after watching the movie. Also, no, this review isn't just late because I procrastinated. I mean, that's part of it. My laptop also broke as well, so that's a pretty good excuse for a late review if I do say so myself. So, now that Captain Marvel is out, I thought that it was pretty damn good. I really enjoyed this movie. It's not the best MCU movie, but it's definitely not the worst, and it boggles my mind that there are some people out there who think it's worse than films like The Incredible Hulk. It's almost like they're biased, I don't know. Okay, I'll stop talking about the controversies surrounding this movie and just get into the review. Let's start off with the positives. First off, the cast is fantastic. I know some people had a problem with her character, but I thought Brie Larson was great as Captain Marvel, and I'm really excited to see where the MCU is going to take her character moving forward. She also had really excellent chemistry with everyone else in this movie, so I'm really pumped to see her interact with other Avengers in Endgame. Samuel L. Jackson was once again great, and we get to see a very different side of Nick Fury in this, where he's more charismatic and outgoing, which was really fun to see. Also, as if it needed to be said, the de-aging effect looks flawless, and it's the best de-aging effect I've ever seen in any movie. Jude Law's really good, and I loved all the interactions between him and Carol. But he didn't get a whole lot to do in this, so hopefully he shows up again in the sequel and gets more screen time there. Coulson is in this for about a minute, and it was pretty good seeing him back, although the de-aging on him looked a bit off at times. Lashana Lynch was really great, and she managed to completely sell the relationship she used to have with Carol. There was also Ronan, but he was barely in it at all, and that was kinda disappointing. I think his role in the film could have worked way better if he wasn't in any of the marketing and was kept a secret. Then when Ronan does appear in the film, it would have been a really cool surprise for the fans. And then there was Ben Mendelsohn as Talos, and he was just incredible. Ben Mendelsohn's performance easily makes Talos the best character in the MCU. That is not an opinion, that is a fact. Talos was absolutely hilarious, and I may just be saying that because I'm Australian, but whatever. He's just fantastic, and he really elevates this from being one of the more mid-tier Marvel movies like Ant-Man. We need more Talos in the MCU Marvel, please. Also, Goose is pretty awesome, and another character I want to see more of in the sequel. Most of the action is pretty good, but nothing amazing. The effects were mostly really great. There was some CGI here and there that didn't look amazing, especially the look of the Kree homeworld, which felt very fake. But there were plenty of great effects, like the energy blast effects, the Skrulls transformation, and, as I already mentioned, the de-aging on Samuel L. Jackson. I really liked the movie's score, and the movie got pretty weird at parts. It's not as weird as some other, more out there MCU movies, but, you know, it did have an alien cat that has tentacles that come out of its mouth, and that was pretty weird. Okay, now for the negatives. What really stood out to me was the editing, especially in the first 20 minutes or so, or just before Carol gets to Earth. It was all very rushed and felt unnatural. The way some of the more close-up action scenes were edited together was really bad, and had way too many cuts. I also thought some of the lighting was a bit too dark. It reminded me a lot of the lighting in Solo: A Star Wars Story. But unlike that movie, not every scene in this has dark lighting, so it's not that big of a deal. I also found quite a lot of the plot to be predictable. The twist that the Kree is actually bad and the Skrulls are good, I saw coming from a mile away. I mean, it was pretty obvious that the Kree is bad because, you know, they're the bad guys in Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's pretty easy to just assume that the Skrulls are the good guys. and that Kara was led to believe that they're bad. The plot isn't terrible though, it's just a bit by the numbers. Overall though, I really liked Captain Marvel. It's not this masterpiece, but it's still a good, fun Marvel movie with some really fantastic performances and a hilarious standout villain. If you can call Talos a villain. Anyway, I'm gonna give Captain Marvel an 8.2 out of 10. As for where I'd place it in my current ranking of the MCU, I'd put it about here. Anyway, that's what I thought about Captain Marvel. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter @CinemaGeekYT, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this one.